Hey music fans! As a roadie, I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road, and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios, and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie, and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. This is my first episode with my friend Darren Paltrowitz. Darren runs the podcast Paltrocast with Darren Paltrowitz. He's a really good friend of mine because when I did my book, I got an interview with Darren. He actually didn't want to read it. He was too busy, and then he wrote to me the next day that he had read it for the next couple days. But either way, we became friends afterwards. I was a little humbled, and he brought me on his show. Darren has literally interviewed the who's who in entertainment and continues to do so. Paltrocast is aired on over 90 television and digital stations now. And the guy at the end of the day is just a bro. I really enjoy talking to him, and I think that's why we became friends. So I figured this would be a fun way to start things off with Darren by playing Nightwish. So we'll jump us together. We can see what he thinks. I wanted to throw another shout out to the people at Still Austin. If you guys remember, they sent me this wonderful bottle. This is what's left, but it's fantastic. And I wrote to them telling them I really, really did appreciate it. I loved it. And so they sent me 2 more bottles here of different flavors or different spirits, I guess you would say. So this is a straight bourbon, and this one here is a rye whiskey. I'm looking forward to trying both, but if it's as good as that other one was, whew. So anyway, thank you people at Still Austin for thinking of me, and I'll continue to support your spirits. You guys make great stuff. I really mean it. Anyway, guys, let's jump into this. Let's see what Darren has to say about Nightwish. Okay, this is my friend Darren Paltrowitz. Darren is responsible for me starting this podcast in a lot of different ways, actually. Yar. A little bit of advice goes a long way, so thank you for your help always.
Thank you.
Maybe I can return the favor here by playing you some new music that we can get you interested in or intrigued by is one of the things I'm always trying to do. So have you ever heard of a band called Nightwish?
I have. I interviewed their former singer a couple of months ago, got a lot of traffic, but I have not heard anything in the last couple of years from Nightwish itself.
Okay, and when you say former singer, was that Tarja or Annette or?
This is a side question for you. Is it Tarja? Tarja? How do you say her name? I still don't know. I avoided saying her name to her during the interview.
Okay, so it is her you spoke to. That's neat. It's Tarja.
Okay, Tarja. Yeah, she was a pleasure to speak with. Really calm and nice and would answer anything. So I enjoyed it and got a lot of traffic.
That's wonderful. Okay, cool. So this is their newest singer in this version. This is a lady named Flor Jansen. And okay. So I think she's wonderful. So you're a little bit familiar. When you did interview her, did you go back and watch any of the performances with Tarja?
I'd seen some stuff over the years because Nightwish is just one of those bands that in the US, they've never had that top 40 hit, but they've been at theaters and arenas and headlining festivals for probably 20 years in most of the world, just not the States, you know?
Okay. Have you ever seen, I don't know how much you know about the band or not. Have you ever seen their Wacken performance from 2013? Are you familiar with the track Ghost Love Score?
It sounds like I'm about to be. I've watched a lot of Wacken performances over the years. That is probably like a top 5 rock festival in the world. So if there's a place to film yourself, it's Wacken.
Okay, let's give this a go then, and you can let us know if you've seen this performance and most importantly, what you think. So let's give it a go. Let's do it.
Bring it on.
came to me, sang my name, my longing. Still I write my songs about the dream of mine, worth everything I may ever be. The child will.
Okay, I got two questions. Can I
Sure.
interrupt two rude questions?
No,
First,
no.
the guitar player or the guy wearing the guitar who grabbed the people's arms, is he the mayor? Is he the leader of Nightwish? Who is that guy?
So
That
he's
he-
basically, when I was trying to start my podcast, he was the Darren Paltrowitz. He was the guy holding me up. He's their guitar player. And, when I first watched this video, I actually watched it by accident. I was trying to find a track by a band called Sabaton. And
oh,
I
yeah.
yeah.
Huge band from Sweden.
Pardon?
Huge. Sabaton is another one of these bands. You look at their social media and you'll see like 600,000 followers. And then you look in the States and they're playing like 300 cap rooms. And you go, okay, so they're also big everywhere in the world but the States, which kind of shows that the States maybe doesn't have the best taste in the world for hard rock.
You know what? There's some great music out there, and I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Nightwish would even tour here. What's the point? They would. It's why bother unless they're doing it as solo. But actually, her husband. Super side note: her husband, this lady Floor, is the drummer of Sabaton.
Oh wow, small world, small metal world. Okay, now so I'll call that guy the mayor. So for
You
future,
can call him the mayor. Yeah, the fans of Nightwish, I mean, they love everybody, but they really have a special place for him. They like him. I brought on this lady named Kelly, and Kelly hated on him. And everybody got so mad. But he's great. He's great.
okay, so
But
that's the mayor. Then the second thing is, I see that this song or this video goes over 10 minutes. Is this literally a 10-minute song?
Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Okay. I like what I hear so far. This is to me like what Evanescence should have been.
Oh, okay.
Evanescence
Vocally or as a band?
Vocally, and then the prog style. Evanescence doesn't really do time signature changes, and it's hard to head bob to this song because it's like, oh, another time signature change. Okay, do you nod with the 4/4? Do you do the 5/4? What is this one? A lot of math in their metal,
So I'll clue you in. I was going to tell you then. This is actually the most reacted to video on all of YouTube. And it's what you just said. 10 minutes long. It's amazing.
Okay, well, I want to hear those other 7 minutes resumed, or have I given you questions now?
There's so many questions all the time, but people will get bored. Let's play the song.
Back to the music.
Let's do it.
Born again, that siren carried him to me. First of them, true loves, sitting on the shoulder of an angel without care for love alone.
What'd you think?
That video basically shatters every stereotype about metal in one video, in one 10-minute statement. So, did you know the song before you saw this video?
No.
So that was your first time hearing it too.
Oh, sorry, today. Yeah, I guess I love it. I listen to it frequently.
Nice. Yeah, it's complex. It's really smart. I couldn't pay attention to the lyrics on any level, so I don't know what she's singing about. But it was really cool that when they showed the crowd that you saw young and old, all genders, and everyone seemed to be able to love it and relate to it. And it was also on such a grand scale like that. That wasn't a 10,000 capacity arena. It's like a 50 to 70,000 crowd, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Talking. Yeah. So you made me think of something. I'll put you on the spot if that's okay. You mentioned the length of the track. So
Yeah.
what is your favorite track that's over, we'll say 7 minutes, because 7 minutes is not radio friendly. So what would be the first that comes to mind? Your favorite song over 7 minutes?
Very few songs do I think need to be over 5.
Yeah.
But Only in Dreams by Weezer, I think that's around 8. Otherwise, I kind of go, you could be a little more concise, guys. Cut the fat. But what about yourself?
So, well, before we go into that, because I'm Jethro Tull, thick as a brick, which is like the longest thing ever, but I love it. I
Like,
love
like this?
it. Yeah, okay, very nice, very nice, very nice.
Coincidentally, it was right there for this episode.
Oh, that was really funny. Do you know I'm a huge fan? Or no, we did talk about Ian. Remember, we talked about bringing Ian on. You were going to try and help me with that, and then he cut.
Yeah, I've interviewed him a few times. He's tough. If they give you 20 minutes with Ian Anderson, you're only getting probably 3 questions in.
Oh yeah, okay. So, did this song have fat in it, as you say, or did you find the length of it okay?
I do have a problem with the length. I think that you probably had 12 to 15 different songs in there. And I think they could have cut that into 3 amazing 3.5-minute songs. That's just my musical taste. I mean, some people have that prog gene or the jam gene. I do not have it.
Yeah, I love long. I do. I feel like it gives me time to get into the track and just get my thoughts processed. And I don't know. I love it.
You don't have the Ramones gene like I do?
You know what? So I do like punk music, but I was never a huge Ramones fan. But I sort of like them. I liked them more after I did that interview with Monty and Matt Loylia. That made me a bigger fan because those guys are cool. And then I wanted to listen to more of their music. So yeah. All right, let's see what else we can jump into. Have we ever heard of a band called Love Bites, and they're out of Japan?
No, I know Love Bites by Def Leppard, but I do not know a band called Love Bites.
And then the second band that sings Love Bites, the song Love Bites?
Jay Giles Band? Or no, that's Love Stinks. What's the other band?
I'll let you know in the next one.
Is this Love Bites by Love Bites? It's like the Beastie Boys by Beastie Boys?
No, so Love Bites is also a Judas Priest song.
Oh, you're right. Should have known. I've only seen them in concert like 5 times. I only interviewed Ripper Owens 2 days ago. I should have known.
But they actually didn't name their band off of either one. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I now have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, and even a Patreon. The Patreon you can join for as little as $1. The handle on all of them, it's of course, Joel Roadie. I'll see you guys on the next one.